Good morning, everyone. This is Amanda from the Quilting Bee in Messon, Ohio, and I thought I would take this opportunity to show you self-binding real quick. I have finished my tulip collage, gave it a quick quilting because it's going up on the tall bookcases. And rather than go through the effort of attaching binding front to back, I thought, well, this fat quarter would leave me enough fabric to go ahead and self-bind a quilt. So if you hear the term self-binding, that is where you leave excess backing and you're going to bring it up to the front to finish it as binding. So let's get started. So you do want to make sure the first thing you do after you've quilted your piece is you want to trim off the excess batting to the edge of your quilt top, but don't cut off the backing. So I only have the one tripod here at the shop, so we're going to see if I can show you this appropriately. So what I'm going to do, and you can pin this back or hold it back, I just fold it back as I go. Fold back your backing to where you've quilted it, so it's out of the way of when you go to trim this excess batting off here at the edge, because my quilt top is already squared. So I'm just folding back that bit, and I'm just going to trim off that batting to the edge of my quilt top. And I'll continue to do that to all four edges. Again, just folding that back. I did spray base this, so I am having to peel this back a little bit. No big deal, it's still gonna work. Just keep peeling that back. Spray basting is not a permanent adhesive, so you just wanna make sure you peel it back enough to not catch that in your trimming. If you run your finger, you can kind of tell how many layers you have. So you can see I've completely trimmed my piece to the edge of my quilt top, so I don't have any extra batting. So I'm trimmed right to the edge. So the next thing I'm going to do is trim this backing to 1 inch from this edge all the way around. That's what we're going to fold over to create our binding. Now you can see, because I just used a fat quarter to quilt my little collage piece, I have this selvage here at this end that happens to come out to 1 inch. I'm not losing any sleep over it because of what our next step is going to be. You're never going to see that bit of selvage. This is going to be a display piece. If you had selvage, you'd want to make sure before you even started this process that you kept it 1 inch from that selvage line, but I knew what I was doing this morning and I didn't lose any sleep over it. For this next piece, you're going to want a glue stick. And you're just going to fold your edge over to meet that edge, and then fold it over again. And so what we're going to do is run a glue stick of glue. Just run a line of glue around this edge, and that helps hold this in place. So again, you're just going to run some glue. You don't want to completely cover your quilt edge. You're bringing that binding in about 1/4 inch in. So you're just using this to hold it until you can stitch it. So just running that down, folding that edge over once, give it a good finger press, and then you can bring it over to that edge, and it's just going to hold for you. If you want to, you can put a little binding clip, just to hold it in places until you get it over to a hot iron. So let me go press this long edge, and then I'll show you how you're going to do your corner. Okay, so I've pressed this edge. So that's now sticking until I can stitch it all the way around. But to do your corners, there's like quick little tricks. You get a nice mitered corner and you don't have excess bulk. So let me show you. Okay, so again, at that corner, I'm gonna go ahead and fold that edge over. Open that up a little bit. I'm gonna fold this edge over so I can get my crease lines that I sort of use as a marking line. And then I can tell where I need to mark off or nip off that corner. this corner down. Finish folding this over. Clip it. Run my glue. Fold this corner over, and you get a nice mitered corner, just like that, at that edge. So by nipping off that corner and folding it in, you get a nice mitered corner. So then I'm just going to take this to my machine, press it with my iron real quick, and then just stitch right from that little fold line all the way around. So I'm just using the edge of my foot. This is my 1/4 inch foot for my baby lock, so I have this notch right there. I'm just going to use this edge of my foot to go ahead and stitch around. When I get to the corner, I'm going to come a couple stitches in and keep my needle down and pivot. So that catches that miter that I've created. So stitched all the way around, and now I have nice mitered corners, and it is self-bound in my backing. So now my tulip is ready to go up on the bookshelf.